magnetism, which is what it really is, Magnum, it would be Jung. I think Jung has the best grasp of what Plato and all those guys who made the unconscious conscious by tapping into these astral genius states. He has like the best shit on that stuff. You read, I've read everything, bro. Like, there was a time in my life, I don't know if you guys have gone through this. There's a time in your life when you're getting older where you can't Netflix. You either audiobook or read.
Jung's idea in individuation is the key to magic.
Yeah, making the unconscious conscious is the key. But it's not the sacred chord. That's unraveling the 7 octaves. And I don't recommend that. Because I've noticed, like, for a lot of my guys who book me, your intentions are kind of like
Eldon donated. How do I send you some books? You can pick what you want from my collection.
Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. I have a whole library downstairs, like, of everything. From Albert G. Mackey, I have Jung books, I have Plato, I have Mani, I have Socrates and his daemon. It's weird. I write out, it's just scary how I write out my days, and my days go according to plan. Like, if I write down I'll make 5K just chilling, I make 5K, but if I write 10K, I make 10. You know what I mean? And today was like more than all that. This is like anyone else notice this is the easiest year to make money? Like, I'm not even working that hard like I used to. I'm like working, mostly reading. Just reading doesn't pay me, bro. Not until I'm done the fucking books, at least, and then I get like 2 pages out of it. But yeah, this is yeah. Now, I shouldn't complain about numerals because mostly today, like, most of you guys don't even give a fuck about numerology as much. You hit me up for the magnetism thing, and I'm like, should I write a book or what? I got this shit so figured out, man. Like,
you have mentioned XXX Tentacion being a black magnum or something of that regard. Can you explain further?
Yeah, basically it's changing the molecular status of your thoughts into feelings. That's when you get sensation, and that's how people get so magnetic with the law of attraction. Like, I don't know what he did, because he was reading about sacrifice. He was reading about a lot darker stuff.
If you believe in the Trinity so much,
yes,
why do you use Gary's way of calculating LP instead of the 3-cycle calculation?
Let's go!
How does that take away from
Avery's Society donated $5.
But yeah, Gary, first of all, when you guys add numbers as like 33 beats 3, but the Trinity is God, so how can 33 be? That's retarded, bro, because I've never in my life put numbers over God. The numbers are literally from God. This is the language, bro. Also, I would say 85% of the Bible is literally astrology. You can call it astral theurgy or whatever, but those guys who say that are because then they go, I don't believe in it anymore. Then I'm like, bro, 2 things can be true at the same time, you fucking idiot. Yeah, fully Albanian, what's up? These cucks telling a grown man about their birthday. Bro, most of the guys who hit me up literally have their own businesses going, like they're rich. Only the broke guys don't believe in this shit, bro. Like, you gotta understand numbers because that's vibration right there, okay? I wish I could leak some big YouTubers who are into this stuff who hide it, because it would really change your guys' mind. You guys would be like, oh shit. Like, it'd make you feel dumb. Like, these guys are very, how you say, boring types, mature. They're not like crazy crack kids reading this shit.
Watching your motivational stuff got me out of depression, and has built me a 6-figure business at 19 years/0.
Let's go. There's so many people have told me shit like that, and the only thing I think of is, where's my cut, bro? Why am I not on the percentage here? Where's my royalty checks? No, I'm kidding. Go crazy, bro. Yeah, that's kind of why I hate that I'm like such a huge troll in life, because everyone's life who's changed, listen to me, they're like, when you're not trolling,
Core
I'm an
5
angel,
donated
apparently.
28. What's up, W? The Rosicrucians, esoteric branch of Christianity that believed Jesus was a prophet. What do you think they got right and wrong?
First of all, that's kind of wrong, because there's a lot of them who talk about the Christ impulse being very real, and that's their key to molecular alchemy, really, like changing their levels of consciousness. But what I think they got right is all mysteries school, all the initiated mysteries, or the initiated from the mysteries, they got it correct, was the purity, the path of purity that no one follows anymore. So when you look at that stuff, it's sounds funny, but it's a no foul. So creative energy doesn't go this way, it goes this way.
Nalavarta donated $5. The last 2 chapters of Rosicrucian Christianity by Max Heindel talk about the power of real and the coming race. Also Nazi teachings.
Yeah.
For sure, Zherka.
Hyperborean,
Check it
Aryan,
out
yeah.
after.
Yeah, I know. Basically 7 root races from 7 planetary archetypal energies that made 7 continents, 7 octaves, 7 paths of the rainbow, 7... Whoa. I'm not allowed to leak this shit. But I've read all of it. I'm not that guy who just hung around with these guys, bro. Like, I'm the smartest out of all. There's not one person who texts me who is more intelligent than me about this stuff. Because remember when I got, does anyone know that? I don't know if I should say this, because this always gets me hate. But you remember when I said on Twitter, guys, I'm about to be ultra rich and famous in a month, and you guys are gonna accuse me of some crazy shit, and then like in a month and a half, I rocket, like I even do other predictions, and I rocket to the top, bro. That's not like an accident, bro. Like the law of attraction, there's so much fake stuff about it online, but that shit is so real if you know what you're doing. If you know how to molecularly change thought into feeling and get sensation through that, it's, especially if you can paint images in your head easily, that you will skyrocket into success. This is what 50 Cent talked about years ago. A lot of people understand this shit. And you're doing it whether you like it or not. So people will say it's witchcraft. You're doing it. Like, even it's from, this is all taken from the Bible, where believe you'll have it and it shall be yours. Like, it's all from the Bible, but nobody has the methods. Like, there's certain methods that the only successful people will tell you this, but if you're broke, your mindset's broke. That's the fact.
Jet donated $5.
It doesn't matter the
Born
country you're in.
February. When you learn the mysteries, you become 5th dimensional. Transmutation is the ultimate key to manifestation. Water/mind into fire/material. Feeling into action.
There'll come a point in your meditations where you'll have a choice of 2 deaths, the physical death or the inner death, and
Let's go, pal.
always choose physical.
Eliphas Levi says the difference between a sorcerer and white magician is one person wields with pain and another with love.
Passion or compassion, true. I think black mages aren't even the scariest people in society, because you know what they're about. You can even sense them in the room. The scariest people are the guys who unconsciously ruin their family and friends' lives with how they're, I don't know how to word this, how they're pulling. Life's about pulling money, friends, and career your way. And if you're not pulling, you're pushing. That's all life is. You're either pro-life or anti-life.
Let's go, pal.
What's up, Adrian? But I think everyone, especially the 7s and 6s, need teams. You know, like Zherka's just a bouncer if he didn't have Raj Patel. I joined a community and my life goes up. And I've joined like 10 communities and I just went solo after that. That was stupid. I should have been, yeah. That antisocial shit always damages me at the end. And it's going to damage you. I think the greatest advice is to leave all your friends. You can't have a friend unless he's an online friend. Then your life changes. Those guys you meet on Xbox Live, help you more than your real life friends for some reason. They just give you good ideas, good places to go, good business connections. The guys you meet on Discord are like, you shouldn't trust them ever. They're still gonna snake you, but for money, your friends never bring you money. Like these randoms you meet online, they're so fucking awesome, bro. When I had nothing, I was at 100 viewers and I kept getting banned and losing my shit. I would just stay in Discord, random Discords, just meeting people.
I'm making a withdrawal here.
If you're not evolving, you're as good as dead. The God of the Bible is pro-life and humanity.
Exactly.
The best application of your negative feelings is to either start a business or hit the gym.
It's motion, it's being active. So even if gym doesn't pay you, the activity will pay you through the law of attraction, right? Yeah, same with showering. Like there's ethereal kind of substance when you're dirty and you don't shower that is spiritually going to hold you back. You have to shower, be fit. This stuff is like a spiritual component. It's throughout all religions too. I know it's so weird to think like being extra clean, it brings you more, but it does. Like you gotta look good for God. It's not just germs. It's like a mental fatigue that happens when you're not moving.
Marty_Epstein donated $5. What do you think of Young and the Red Book?
I thought it was interesting how it came out in 2008, so he didn't want it out until a significant amount of time has passed after his death. And it was one of the greatest books I've ever read, bro. I loved it.
Best places you've traveled? Never been out of the US but planning a trip.
Tokyo, #1. Spain, Barcelona, #2. Cancun, Mexico for like just getting drunk and having fun. And Miami for, I guess that's for work. Yeah, Miami's not really a vacation because I don't really like clubbing and whatever those people do. Like to me, I was like, I'm only going to Miami if I'm going out fresh and fit, where the hoes are right here.
Jet donated $5. I remember you saying something about this in an earlier stream. What does it mean when Pluto is in the first house of your natal chart? Also, how effective is the one life path?
It's just dangerous that your identity is linked to that level of transformation. Dark transformation. But it depends what's conjunct to that Pluto. Because that could, well, nothing. That's the only planetary energy that doesn't seem to like lower its power level for anything. Like it's, yeah. Pluto is death. Not that you're gonna die, but if it's in the first house, that's a big part of your identity. I got an even worse spot, so don't worry. Yeah. Well, for me, the way I live my life, I got in the worst spot. If you don't want to worry about any of your energies, all you have to do is have good karma. Just be a good person. I can only be a good person sometimes, so I have to like navigate, right? I gotta save a bunch of souls and then do a bunch of business, and I got the light in the dark. Yep.
Spreadology donated $5. Do you ever walk and turn in exactly 90-degree right-angle movements accidentally?
You're possessed, bro, but I like your money. It's happening! What do you mean by that?
Let's go, pal.
I love Fresh, I love Myron. That's all I have to say.
Avery's Society donated $5. When men master the transmutation of their dissatisfaction, they become unstoppable. Grief, pain, sadness, dissatisfaction is positive. Learn to use it constructively.
Yeah, you're good, because, I would say this, you don't have to master it. If you have 5% of that energy, you're on your way, bro.
Jai Shri Ram donated $5. Do you think XXX Tentacion was sacrificed?
I can't say really too much about that, but there's a certain rapper linked to him. That's all I'm gonna say. And yeah, I do.
Let's go, pal. I'm making a withdrawal here.
When would you sell your Bitcoin? I have 4 Bitcoin. Should I invest it in real estate?
Real estate's good, but I'm a Bitcoin guy, bro. I would save it. And the last guy talking about Bitcoin, I would never say property over anything else if you don't have flow. If you have, like, if you said, Zherka, make $100,000 in a month, that's really easy for me. That's maybe 3 days working a week. Easy. I already got my feet going. I already got motion. But if I couldn't do that, I would never play the risky game of Bitcoin over property. But if you've got flow, if you know for the rest of your life you've got flow, money's always coming in, go all Bitcoin. Don't be a pussy, bro. Unless you're losing hair and getting stressed and nervous. Stress makes you less magnetic, meaning you're not going to be as successful. So, yeah. But if you make money, a lot of money, easily, why not just play the Bitcoin game? And like I'll tell you this, bro. I would never say 100% you're gonna not regret it, but it's looking like the world's going digital, especially after the biometric data they got from the COVID stuff. Like everything's going electric, bro. And even governments are allowing it. You look at China, the future. Bitcoin is the future for sure, right? Or I'm gonna 1/10 my net worth. But I don't care, because I could go back to working 7 days a week and just pull in a bunch of bread.
Let's go, pal. I'm making a withdrawal here.
Spreadology donated $5. Me and Zherka together make the best occult duo on the internet. You would have thought Mr. 90 Degrees would have capitalized on me more. Love from Felix.
Oh, Mr. 90 Degrees. Listen, bro. That's me? Oh, I think I know what you're saying, Felix. Like on a compass. Felix, I'm not gonna lie, bro. You're in the UK, bro. You're in the UK. You gotta come out here, bro.
Blink twice if Drake is linked to XXX Tentacion Death. Farming clips for you with this dono.
I know who's Drake. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know anything about rap, bro. Like when you guys say you know so much about this stuff, I don't look into the rappers. I just listen to music sometimes because I worked in nightclubs. But if I didn't work in nightclubs, I would be listening to Beethoven. My true love is Beethoven. I'm not even joking. I listen to classical music. Bro, you can't make bread listening to rap. That's just the truth. Like there's one guy doing it and a billion followers. It's harmonics, bro. You got to put yourself in a frequency where you don't believe you are that person. Like it's very weird, Zherka, listen to classical. So I go, who the am I? Am I some fucking rich dude? And then money starts coming my way. But if I listen to rap, I feel like I'm in the broke days when I was a dealer.
Let's go, pal. I'm making a withdrawal here.
What does your diet consists of? Would you stick to meat or fruits and vegetables?
If I have a big day, I like electricity.
Zyx donated $5. Zherka, since you dive deeply into magnetism, how do you feel about non-duality?
Non-duality is a state of consciousness that most people try and reach and fail, because only Jung got it correct, where he says you must individuate, become more of who you are, balancing both sides, but you can't just be these guys who want to transcend it to spiritualism. If you go into spiritualism 100%, you failed your mission. If you go 0% like Destiny, you failed. It's got to be within the world and without it, and outside of the world. It's got to be a balance. That's what a new non-dual state really is, where you still have a career and affect your outside realm, public, which could just be your family maybe, but that's how you individuate and feel wholeness. Wholeness kills all depression. Have you ever had moments of wholeness?
Let's go, pal. I'm making a withdrawal here.
Wouldn't you say Jung's idea of individuation is very similar to Crowley's do what thou wilt philosoph then? Surrender to your true will?
No, because he talks about the opposite of doing what you want. It's doing what you need to do for spiritual fulfillment. And Crowley's is go as beastly as you can with drugs, ceremonial, ritual, play, magic, which is like, Jung is appealing to the angelic blessings we get to these archetypal forces, and Crowley is appealing to the lower nature. Like Steiner said, a satanic deal with the devil is a deal to be a beast. You just forfeit being a human, and you're stuck to your beastly nature. And my channel is not about spiritualism. It's about having a career, and the career fulfills your spiritual path. Not 100%, just maybe half. It's not like you're a monk, right? I believe in the real world. I believe you have a mission here, and it's not really for everyone to go that deep
Let's
into.
go, pal. I'm making a withdrawal here.
Jay donated $5. John, what is all-seeing eye? Eye of providence? I saw it while leaving my body into astral projection. It was glowing white, blinking very fast.
The Eye of Providence is usually Osiris or Horus or their demonic energy, but what the IEYE is the I. The I am. Because you magnetically change nature with what you believe. That I is a symbol for you. It's not what, Alex Jones and these people make it out to be. That's what CIA declassified documents talk about. That thinking turning into feeling changes your surroundings. What Paracelsus talked about. And the EYE is the I. But they trick you by saying eyeball. But they're saying I. Right? The I am. I am a millionaire. I am gonna have what I want. I am. These people know what they're doing. Yeah. So a lot of people are like
Let's go,
very.
pal. I'm making a withdrawal.
There's also another
Easy
path
donated
of the
$5.
eye, lighting the eye up.
10/12
mysteries of Elysium.
991. What's going on with CERN and the solar eclipse?
Yeah, CERN, I've said this like 4 years ago, and people call me crazy, but yeah, CERN is a portal, not a physical portal. It's all is mental. Read, just like the Kabbalion talks about correspondence, law of vibration, rhythm, but the mental is the chapter you should start on. And it's a portal to the negative mental, the negative astral, the lower astral.
Avery's Society donated $5.
This guy's
William's
rich.
idea of individuation requires the analysis of the lower nature of man, which can only done when one accepts those aspects. Would you say Crowley was on the verge of coming to the realization he was to transmute it into his
Well, Jung is talking about integrating the shadow and subconscious into the conscious mind, the solar state. So it's going through a funnel. Whereas Crowley is not making the subconscious conscious. The conscious is disappearing while he's doing ceremonial drug pharmakia magic. So it's just the pure chaos coming out. Jung's is very calculated, like very intelligent. And remember, Jung says you talk to the devil, you make peace with him, but you don't make a deal with him. Yeah, you don't let him dominate you.
Jake donated $5.
And guys, remember what Jesus did with the devil, right? Indifferent, didn't make a pact, just I'm gonna do it my way, and made peace with the devil, as in like you can't affect me. That's exactly what Jung talks about. And it took him a long time to learn that. But Jung is like real. He's one of the best nines I've ever seen in my life. I don't know what his other number is. I keep forgetting that. But yeah, if a 9 does make it through for their community, friends, family, and community, they're the greatest, kindest people on earth. It just rarely happens in the social media age. Can I keep her if I lose a fight in front of my girl? It depends. Do you always lose? Have you lost 10 fights? Have you won 5 and lost 1? Are you a losing machine?
Rooster donated
No, you
$5. I bought your website a couple months ago, but can you send me a list of your favorite books so I can listen to them in Audible?
With pictures and everything. I'll just go open my up, and because I got to go through those books one more time. Because I know I finished Morals like 9 times in a row, but in January to February, which is the best energy for that reading, I finished the whole thing again with notes, and I think I'm even gonna make it a graphic for you guys with like nice images and motion picture, kind of motion comic, and go through the Elysium mysteries with you guys and all that, because 99% of the YouTube channels don't realize what the mysteries are about. It's a crazy
Zherka,
potent
who was your role model? Mentor when growing up. How would you have done it different?
I wouldn't have partied or stayed around those people. I would have gotten to the books quicker, like the business books and the other stuff that I'm into. I wouldn't have stayed around the friends that I had in the club as much. And my mentor is, I'm not ever gonna name him, but I love him to death. Like, he's done so much for me. Like, I see him like family, dude. Like,
Let's go, pal. I'm making a withdrawal here.
a party guy YouTuber, when has that gone right for anyone? No, everyone who wants to be a YouTuber should sell information, make money, and then switch to entertainment. Because it doesn't work the other way around. The other way around, you just can't even go to a regular job. You ruin your life fast. Yeah, so get an informative channel going. You know, like Destiny will read a Wikipedia page and make money off that.
Avery's Society donated $5. A lot of you MFS are too focused on lock in for 5 years, and you'll be able to have your pick. Use your loneliness as fuel.
I've never heard a better advice in my life, right? Yeah, you should have a militant voice in your head, like, am I being emotional? Cut it out. All is mental. Your whole reality is mental, right? That's why if you just get up and go to the gym, in a few weeks, your life starts walking away from depression, because it's about motion. It's not about actually winning in life. It's just about being the river and not the lake. That's it, right? Goggins understands that very well, but he's very, he's awesome, actually. Can't take away from him. This is extreme too, but I've been extreme my whole life to the point where it kind of hurts me to be extreme, but you guys are not extreme enough. Like, get those tires going, bro. Bro, whether you are working or not working, you're going to be mentally fatigued either way. At least get paid for it. If you don't have a job, you're mentally fatigued. It's the same thing, bro. At least one has this whole feeling of reward, like, oh, I did something and I'm going the right direction. Like, if you had a journal and wrote down your unemployed days, you're more exhausted unemployed doing it nothing than you are working 7 days a week construction, right?
Avery's Society donated $5. There is no getting rid of addiction. There is only getting better addictions. The addictive personality is a superpower. When you channel it into something positive, you become unstoppable. Obsession always wins.
I mean, when you look at studies of hypnotherapy and the subconscious and how people just fix themselves very quick off, it's like 70-80% success rate. You just got to talk to yourself. Once you go through that darkness, you can quit anything. The problem is a dry quitter. So if you quit all substances and you just do nothing, then your life just sucks and you're sober, right? And you compare it to when you're in motion and high and drunk and blah, blah. But yeah, you need new addictions that are positive. You got to be addicted to hard work, bro. And you know what's funny is I've never met a man that I asked them, if you could do whatever you want to do, would you work hard at it? And I think every man has said yes. But if you ask a woman that, they go still no, they don't want to work hard. Like, bro, men want to work hard. Yeah. So I don't know why people are shy of this. Work hard in the gym, work hard with your money, work hard with your career, work hard with everything, man. And yeah. And if it feels like you're spinning your tires, it's because you're negative. If you're positive and working hard, what did Tyson say? Do things that you hate like you love them. That is the key to magneticism, right? And you'd be surprised at how faking it till you make it is like, oh, I'm just going to be happy studying. I'm just going to be happy. Eventually, my nigga, you are happy studying, right? You just got to, don't do that thing where you're pushing an elastic band. Just be in the moment.
Smokes donated $5. What are these f***ing numbers you are going on about?
Don't worry about it.
And where do I find mine?
I mean, there's a million channels that do it wrong, that talk about soul urge and emotion number and your capital T letter number. They're all wrong. Just go audiobook Pythagoras. Go start there. You don't need me. You don't have to hire me. You start there. And once you realize that all is number, every archetypal phenomena, every packaged thought, even emotions, life gets scary easy, bro. In a good way. It's like you start noticing numbers, you start noticing, you're not obsessing over signs, but the synchronicity of life is the sweet butter to keep you going. So, yeah. And only do it for positive things. If you look at numbers for funerals and stuff like that, you'll go mad. Because there's, in the dualistic nature, there's two forces and you can't feed both, right? You definitely can't. This is a free will choice of two choices, but we know the right answer. Okay, the right answer is, sounds gay, but everything is electricity and magnetism, and men are electric, women are magnetic, and you need to be electric in motion. You've got to be doing stuff. That's why I get most of my guys to start their career, and I know it's not going to be their career, but who they become through starting, that's what we want to see.
Zherka, what do you think about the fresh situation?
Yeah, I'm at a point in my life when I love people, I'll never talk bad about them. And I know God sent me Fresh and Myron, as crazy as it sounds. I know God sent me Sneeko. Like, there's certain people in my life that when I met them, I was like, I would do the content for free. Without cloud.
Avery's Society donated $5. Is man supposed to know the supernatural forces, or stay incarnate and move by faith?
Well, man's not going to know all of them, right? Just the blessings.
Jai Shri Ram donated $5. My teacher from school was a LP 33 and he died on a date that adds to 22. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I said this last stream, and like I keep saying this. When you start seeing twos everywhere, it's either the biggest blessing or the biggest curse.
$5. I respect all religions, but if God itself is an unfathomable concept, then how can any man-made religion be right? I believe in God but not religion. Tell me why I'm wrong.
Well, a man-made religion isn't ever gonna, you're not gonna fully grasp it. That's why you need faith. It's not like, oh, I got a religion, I understand the nature of God. Like, what? Religion is like, do you believe God is merciful? Yes or no. That's what religion's for. You read about it and you go, Jesus is the most merciful. And then you say Jesus gang, and your life just changes, bro. Bro, you don't even have to read the Bible. You just say Jesus is your Lord and Savior, and your life just changes, bro. Worked for me, it'll work for you. Works for a lot of chatters. One in the chat if that worked for you. Zherka, isn't that blind faith, though? Blind faith. We're not animals. We have impulses towards morality. So if you have instinct to be, even murderers, like everyone with a knife, they'll have like this cat they adore, and they'll have something. There'll always be some link to their soul, right? And animals don't have that. Like, we're not animals, bro. Destiny lied to you, right? Because check this out. All humans do is ponder God's existence. It's the only conversation that ever comes up, even in small talk. So, yeah. If the biggest question on earth is God real, then you got to ask yourself, how much power does that question have behind it, right? A lot, because But remember, we can't grasp God. We grasp the image of God, which is not God, right? And if you could grasp God, you would not believe in him. You'd be like, I'm the stick drawing and I understand the creator. This guy's a joke. You wouldn't. The scariest thing is to like rationalize God to a point, right? All we know is for a fact that we have free will. Everyone believes that. Even if you don't, like how you behave when you're alone, you still feel like you're being watched, I hope. Like, yeah, I'm fat, don't look, bro.
Carlos 26 donated $5. How much masculine, feminine energy in human interaction, without feeling like try-hard masculine?
Well, don't be fighting in the streets of Miami. Don't overdose on it, right? If you're too masculine, you're kind of pushing friends away from you. So you got to be more diplomatic, right? And then your life gets more rich and more money and more abundance. And if you're not masculine enough, you have friends that use you. So it's like, It's different for everyone, right? What if you get KO'd on the street live? Never happened. Deck me as hard as you can. That'll never happen. You're thinking of someone else, bro. But I'll tell you this. When I got on, Raj Patel is like a gay show, apparently. When I started being more diplomatic, fine, I'll go on the Raj Patel. I didn't really want to. I was like, these guys are not my people. But I knew this world. Like Raj would tell me, he's like, Zherka, stay away from your street buddies and come to this world. Right? And he didn't just say that to make money off me. He said that when I wasn't even on the show too. Because he knew. He's like, this guy's struggling, bro. And so I became more feminine. I was like, I'll do the what is this dating? And then years later, after you guys saying, dude, drop some dating tips, I'll do it. And then that was the best decision I ever made. Yeah. What's your thoughts on reoccurring symbol like the wolf in your dreams? Do you want me to answer that?
Ed donated $5.
Means you're gay.
David donated $5. I never said don't have faith. But having faith in God doesn't have to be connected to religion. Again,
Sure,
if
fine.
God is an unfathomable concept, then how does he come with a rule book like the Bible or Quran?
The rule book is linked to our humanity and
Rooster
instincts.
donated $5. When's the best time to fast, whether it be time of day or season, and does wakeful hours play a part?
The best time to fast that's like a detoxification fast. The best time to fast is throughout the whole day. So you have heaps of energy, right? If you have breakfast, for most people, unless you're like this ectomorph with a retard metabolism, like a fast, like I think XUC, if he fasted, he might get a blood sugar problem. So that's dangerous. But for most people, they'll just have heaps of energy. Zherka, what made your grades bad in high school? I was low intelligence. Basically, this is how intelligence works. If you're intelligent in high school, you get dumber over time, right? As your priorities change and the energy shifts. If you're very dumb in high school, you start overcompensating as an adult. That's why C students are all millionaires. Like they're not all millionaires. Every millionaire is, most of them are C students, believe it or not, right? So it's very dangerous. Like Heel Mike was great, straight A's. I think he went to like some Ivy League school, but now he doesn't give a shit about reading, and his energy shifted. Me, I failed every class, and all I care about is reading. And then reading started paying me a lot of money, and now I go this way. But I've become very antisocial compared to Heel Mike, because I'm becoming more of like that dork in high school that just reads all day. So there's good and bad to it, right? But yeah, if you feel whole around your family and make money, there's nothing else to life. Zero. So when you guys have that, hold on to it. There's nothing else to life than feeling whole around your family and making money, so they never worry about you. Unless you have Albanian parents, then they worry about you for no reason. Well, I give my parents a lot of reasons. Yeah. Like one time I just blew 30 bands in 2 weeks. I saved for years, and then I just go retarded. And then I, like, as a joke, I put it on the group chat, and my mom freaked out. And then I said, I'm gonna go travel. It was with Haas. And then I'm like, yo, Haas ain't my girlfriend. Or let's grab a girl and travel. And I took the traveling too far. I wasted all my money. And I remember thinking, I'll make it back. I just gotta apply the law of attraction again. And then I was like, holy shit, I'm going broke. Like in exactly a month, I'm gonna be where I started off. And then I put my head down, and 2023 is just living, best life. You didn't waste 30K? Yeah, when you're trapped in COVID, who after COVID, I know during COVID you guys bought a lot of Amazon shit. That's how these Amazon companies like monopolies tripled their net worth quickly. But who after COVID just traveled a lot and burned a lot of money because you felt locked? Even if your town wasn't locked up, you felt locked for some reason. Because those alignments were crazy. Like after COVID, I think we all just went retard mode. Not on material, like material plus travel plus all this extra shit. And I dropped $8,000 on Pokemon cards. You know, I'm not gonna lie, as stupid as that is, I can imagine more fun than opening every pack. Like, bro, could you imagine the thrills? Like, not one. Not... Imagine you are in your childhood home and then go to the basement of that home, find something like a basement if you don't have it, and start digging a hole and keep digging. This is an unconscious exercise. To what comes out of your unconscious, I don't know, but something will pop up in your head when you're digging. And chances are, since we're live, nothing's gonna pop out because you're not alone. When you're alone, this is a lot easier. But what pops out is gonna blow your mind.
What's the best way to train yourself to be 10 times more productive and not waste your time doing meaningless
Yeah, if you're doing meaningless, write down what I'm gonna say here. This is really gonna change you. If you find yourself doing meaningless all the time, it's not really your fault because you're being externally triggered by what you watch. This is why Plato said like music should be illegal, because it can thought loop you. Certain types of music or TV, media, content, whatever. That's why if you look at a successful person, they only watch channels they want to be like. They don't mind numb themselves to entertainment, right? Like you'll never see me scrolling on TikTok for pranks or whatever you guys do. I've never done that. Like, stupid. You can even see successful creators on Kick. They'll be creating. They're not going to be scrolling. Like Vitali's creating, right? Like that.
You were talking about Protestants and how they believe that faith alone saves.
Yeah, well, in a metaphysical sense, faith is all you have. So if you're faithful in making the next iPhone, technically you just hold on to that faith, linger in that feeling. So if you wearing an Apple shirt makes you want to invent more or some shit, if the feeling lingers when you wear that shirt, then stay in that shirt. If you feel better after you do like some cardio and stuff, linger in that cardio, stay in that feeling. But the faith, the frequency of faith is that ask yourself, can anything come out, anything successful come out without faith? And ask yourself, how powerful is faith? Do you need Jesus for faith? Technically, no, because Jesus rewards even Floyd Mayweather, right? Now, it's better if you do it the correct way, but Floyd Mayweather was faithful to the world he wanted. He was faithful into that, taking care of everyone, millions of dollars. He was faithful to that idea, and he held on to that faith and got what he wanted. Basically, what I'm saying is, you have to make it like this. Without the faith, that world doesn't come to you. So technically, faith is everything. Now, what strengthens your faith? Good works. But it's strengthening the one thing you need, which is faith. So things that strengthen the faith, like it's not, when Protestants say faith is all you need, they're not telling you that faith goes like this, up and down. You have to find ways to keep it up.
How do you cope and recover mentally from a bad health diagnosis that can only get better / reduced by a super plain boring diet for the rest of your life?
You don't need to recover. You are recovered. You don't need to be healthy. You are healthy. You are not diagnosed, bro. Diagnosed? What do you say? You spell casting that it's forever? It's not just the lower class.
How to be more productive and escape negative thought loops.
Yeah, escaping negative thought loops is just lingering in the feeling of you being a winner. So what makes you feel like a winner? Let's say it's working out. Let's say it's socializing. Whatever makes you linger that feeling, you go soak up in that feeling and you hold it for as long as you can. And soon your life just changes, right? Now, you can run from that and eventually it comes back hardcore because you've suppressed it. But do things that level you up. Don't watch TV. Don't scroll through social media or TikTok. Delete it, bro. Delete it because it has more power than you, right? That FOMO, like, oh, I'm going to miss out on the latest prank video or whatever you guys watch. That FOMO is stronger than you. And 90% of your day, you're doing things unconsciously, like an animal. That's very dangerous. Winners are conscious of their time.
Mainly P. Hall refers to Christianity and the Bible as largely allegorical and a myth in the occult anatomy of man. How do you interpret this?
Yeah, it's basically some people struggle with faith and they go to the allegorical, right? I get it. We do that too. End of the day, there's no such thing as anything allegorical because whatever you imagine becomes. So if you imagine a better world, that you're tuning into that frequency, this is not hocus pocus. This is, guys, I'm telling you right now, your thoughts, like ask yourself, why does a human even go to sleep? Because you've spent your whole day planting your thoughts, and in your sleep, you're watering them. That's what the whole Bible talks about. Do you really think they're talking about the vegetables that grow in?
John Zherka.
Oh, John Zherka from the... I know who he is. The viral... He's going viral.
All users listening. Go watch John Zherka instead.
It's just Tom Brady guy, bro.
Red Pill Rage donated $88.88.
Yo.
I finished reading Memories, Dreams, Reflections. What other book do you recommend? These chatters still don't get about needing and wanting.
Another book I recommend.
Swaggy Floyd donated $5. Any tips on staying in the winning mode? As I have weeks of happiness, productivity, etc., then followed with weeks of depression, and I've been in this cycle for a bit.
Yeah, listen. A book I recommend.
Z-Down donated $5. This my last $5, February 22nd, 2003, LP11.
Listen, a book I recommend from Jung. You're saying. Yeah, I like alchemy a lot. I don't recommend Ion. Right, that's really advanced. I don't know why everyone goes there, but yeah, that's a great book. And the guy who said he loops 2 weeks happy, 2 weeks sad, if you have this looping life of 2 weeks you're happy, 2 weeks miserable, it's so simple, dude. You're having weeks where you're being versus weeks where you're thinking of being. When you're thinking of being, you're thinking of the past or the future, which is big no-no. Big no-no. Anytime you think of anything in the past or the future, you are about to destroy everything you have here. And I'm telling you right now, it's not about thinking of nothing like a Buddhist. Just follow your desires in right now. So if you have a desire of being a millionaire, what would that look like? What would you do if you were a millionaire? Well, I'd get up in a shower. So get up and shower. Oh, yeah, but I'm not a millionaire. No, get up and do your millionaire shower. Then what else would you do as a millionaire? Well, I'd go to the park and I'd do this. And you start living your life when you start using the faculty of imagination that anchors you into the feelings of winning. And the feelings of winning are always in the moment. They're not in the future. They're not. God, you are cursed if you're winning in the future. I'll tell you that. Because that means you might get it, but it's not going to come to you in what's healthy. It's going to come to you in an abstract way, like you're unconscious. That it's like tuning you into these different frequencies in life. You're unconscious. It doesn't speak a language, right? It just says yes to whatever you're demanding. So be careful. Can a man talking about the future demand something? Not really. It's not a scary demand. If I knock on your door and I say, I demand this in a week, you'd laugh. But if I knock on your door and say, I demand it now,
donated $5.
you'd go, oh,
Any advice for someone stuck chasing after lust?
Yeah, there's no such thing as lust. It's social media. Just delete everything. Delete everything. Make it hard for you to see that image, that triggering that external trigger. What is that? Well, it's when I'm on Instagram. Then get the away from Instagram. Take that stuff out of your system, and you're gonna find yourself, you're beastly because of external triggers. It's not your base form at all. Your base form isn't like that at all.
Remaster donated $8.88. How can one integrate chronic pain, fatigue, etc. from a genetic illness into your divine purpose so you can transcend it?
Chronic fatigue from pain. What do you say? You're. Listen, dude. If you broke your back, this is not the channel for you right now. Like, what the? What are you talking about? Yeah, but what I was saying is, let's word it like this. You're thinking of the